16 million colors. Wreak some havoc in your head.
Sega Saturn.
Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and get something going on. Who are we gonna play as? Who are we gonna play as? Play as Han, Randy. Yeah. You know what? I always like talking about the anime girl. So let's play as the anime girl. How about that?
I only had my first game of this the other day.
You never played it?
Not really, no. I downloaded it for 360, never really played it on that, and then it came as part of my massive package of games and console the other day.
Right.
So, I had my first game, loved it. It's another one of those ones that's in Japanese though, so kind of just had that something missing. I want to be able to read what's going on. I want to be able to know what's going on, you know.
So that's what that. So do you own the Japanese copy for the Saturn, or just do you own the Xbox Live version?
And the Xbox Live version.
Okay. I thought it had an option where you can pick the Japanese.
Oh yeah, I can play it on the. Of course, yeah. There you go. I can see the English language translation there.
Yeah.
Patrick's here.
Hey Patrick, if you want to, you can join up on the Discord and talk with us if you got the time for it and you're down for it. I've never played as her, actually. Feels like a generic beat 'em up. Yeah. I really do enjoy it though. I mean, the sprites on the game, the aesthetic of it. This is really, in my opinion, what the and I said it on the podcast last week. In my opinion, this is what the Saturn was really designed to do to begin with. Be a 2D powerhouse with 2.5D mechanics.
It's got the depth as well as the 2D. Is that what you mean by 2.5? The fact that you can bring your character back and forth into the screen?
That's exactly right.
Something like this is the closest I'm going to get to playing an RPG. So I'd say it's more than a beat 'em up.
I'm getting my butt whooped right now.
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
So I see you guys are playing Garden Heroes. Is what you guys decided on?
Well, that's what whatchamacallit decided on. I'm about to die.
Yeah, there was a poll and most people chose this.
You know, I actually never really cared for
Oh
this game
my
that much.
god. I can't believe I died that fast. That's what happens when you play as a girl that you've never played as before.
Yeah. I tried getting into this. I played a while ago. I tried playing it, but I was never a big fan of it.
We're gonna have to start over and play somebody I'm at least halfway confident is playing, because this right here is ridiculous. I don't even know how to use this person at all.
I only played my first game the other day, Patrick. So.
Oh man.
I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I tried getting into it. Like, I really wanted to, because I love the art and stuff with it and the characters, but I really couldn't get over the sluggish plane changing, and just the gameplay seemed a bit odd to me.
She just falls over randomly. No, man. This is not cool.
Come on, Sam, you can't go live and then not be comfortable with your character. You're gonna have to start again.
I know. I'm about to have to start again. I don't know. We're just gonna maybe I can get awesome with it. This dude stops dancing around the planes with me. She's got this magic that I'm not really digging. She keeps wanting to fall over. I'm not cool with that.
You know, I actually played her as well when I first started, and I never really cared for her much, so maybe it's just that character.
I played with a big sort of Conan type guy, and
Go back. Hold on.
Is there a way to actually change the your character out?
I had to start the game over. Like, for one reason, the plane movement wasn't going to work on crap. Nah, I'm just not digging this chick. I'm not digging this chick.
Not too late to change out. You just started.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I halfway want to try because I've never used her before.
Chris was like, "Stop jumping, damn."
I know, dude. It's like I'm trying to like do something. No, give up. Yeah, we're just gonna restart this and go with somebody I'm actually halfway confident with.
Yeah, you're. Dang.
No, it's right. Yes, game over. Yay.
We got Chuck saying that he's got the Game Boy Advance sequel. I didn't even know there was a Game Boy Advance sequel, Advanced Guardian Heroes. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
I heard about that one. I've heard mixed things about it though.
We're playing as Han. We got the stick of truth we're about to break out.
Yeah, apparently some people say it's really good. Some of them say it's not that great. But I've never played it personally to give my valid opinion on it.
Fast forward through all this.
Let's see.
Yes, we know the knights are coming. The knights are coming. Wish you could, this is like back whenever I wish you could have just pressed the start button and just gone through it real quick like.
Yeah, I think I played as Han last time. Yeah,
I kind of regret what I was saying earlier, Simon. I probably do need to start playing these games before I live stream them. It's like I'm just going off of memory on most of the stuff.
Yeah, just before we started to come on live, Patrick, Sam was saying how he likes to go in fresh and doesn't prepare for his live gaming experiences. He likes to just see how good he is after a good while without playing the game, and now he's changing his mind.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean some games you can do that. Like I did that a couple times with a few of the games that I streamed. But like I mean after a while, some of them it's like difficult, especially the fighting games where you just get your ass kicked all the time.
Who was it who struggled with Sega Rally when you guys were playing the online version? Who was behind?
I have no idea. I think no one was really behind, where they're mostly fighting the lag.
Yeah,
right, okay.
That must have sucked.
Yeah, well, it was like less than 56k, so I imagine it didn't help the situation.
Come on. See, I'm so much better with Han.
Did he shoot first?
No, Han always shot first. Greedo was a dick. Greedo needed to get shot. Where'd you go?
So, Sam, can you tell me the significance of the barrels in the game? Are they just explosive barrels? Is that what it is?
They're basically just obstacles. That's really all they are.
So there's no point just trying to smash them. There's nothing inside that you can get that's going to be a bonus or anything like that.
I honestly can't remember. I really can't remember. Stop hitting me, damn it!
So I can't remember if you guys did or not, but did you guys discuss the retro bit stuff on the podcast?
No.
I gotcha. Because I listened to it. I thought it was really. I actually listened to the full thing in my car, but I can't remember maybe if you guys did or not.
No, you know that I'm really hoping that something comes of it hardware-wise besides just controllers. Well, like I talked about it in the MegaCast, man, I would really like to see somebody try to we need replacement disc drives. There was a guy the other day talking about this on the stop moving. There was a guy talking about this the other day on the Facebook group about how his Sanyo drive had died on him. And I'm just sitting here like, we really just need some way of replacing these drives besides, like the Ray and the feet and the, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Ray and just like actual something you plug and play, like just unhook it from the connectors and just throw a new assembly in there.
Exactly. We need new CD drives. And I'd say the same thing for the Dreamcast except for the fact that it uses a GROM. But I mean because you're talking about, we're not talking about cart systems, we're talking about actual CD-based systems. The main component that's going to fail is the CD drive.
Kind of funny, don't you think?
I know, right? Some of the most, and I really, because right now emulation for the Saturn isn't that great. It's a lot better than it was, but emulation for the Saturn still isn't all that great. And you still have the issue with that there's you've got like Dream Shell and stuff. You've got programs that are trying to run those off of hard drives, SD cards, etc., etc. But I would just so love for the fact that somebody would start producing new CD drives and have the CD drives actually be built in to where you could what am I trying to say? Basically make it to where you could play backups on them already right out of the box.
I wish that was the case, but I think it's more that's more of a BIOS thing than the drive.
Right. Well,
so,
you've got the drive telling the motherboard that this is a legitimate disc. It's like the Phantom chip. All it does is scream back and forth. This is a legitimate disc. Boot it. This is a legitimate disc. Boot it. That's all that chip really does.
So you're saying just have the CD drive, just have some firmware that says that it's a legit disc?
Yeah, because that right there would alleviate it for a lot of people who've never got to play things like Shining Force 2 and 3 and Police Knots, and and there's a number of people still working on fans translations for other games. And instead of having to modify your console or play it emulated on there, you could actually play it on the physical hardware. I think that'd get a lot more people into some of those more obscure games because there's a new video going to come up on the YouTube here in a little while where we talk about some games and how accessible they are for us Western gamers. And one of the biggest things is a lot of people rely on Japanese imports. Well, why always rely on Japanese imports whenever you have French translations?
I gotcha. Then you can actually know what's going on.
Yeah, you can appreciate it.
Yeah, there's no way you could play, or there's no way I could play Police Notes without a fan translation. And even then, there's aspects of it which are difficult to understand.
Exactly.
There were some guides online that were going back in the 90s for Police Knots. It was kind of weird.
I would really like a fan translation of Gradius 1, so I can actually play it on the Saturn instead of having to play it on my on the PlayStation all the time. Because everything I've seen is do what?
Are you talking about Grandia?
Yeah. What I say, Gradius, probably.
I had the same issue in the store. I want to get Gradius Twin. I had to keep. It took me so long to say Grandia. Grandia.
Yeah.
Instead. It's like, yeah, you guys have Grandia Twin. It's like, what? Gradius Twin. Sorry.
No, dude.
I had to do that when I saw Grandia because I used to call it Gradius.
I just got a copy of Grandia, which is in Japanese, and is it an RPG? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome RPG. I love playing it on the PlayStation, and I love the second one on the Dreamcast. But I've always been told, and I've seen plenty of screenshots where it's actually a lot better. It runs better on the Saturn.
Okay, but if you've not got the text, it's not going to make any sense whatsoever, right?
Exactly.
So I have a game that I'm never going to get to play.
Well, you can use a walkthrough, but to me, walkthroughs just take me out of the experience too much.
Yeah, I mean, that's like having someone play the game for you, and also you miss the nuances of the game, you miss the subtleties of the game if you use the walkthrough.
Exactly.
And then you'd have to have like a phone or something, or print out the thing you have to down constantly.
Yeah, and I hated doing that. Like, I remember doing that back in the early 2000s with walkthroughs on, like, some of the Resident Evils whenever I was still trying to figure out how to speedrun them and stuff. And it's just, it takes you out of the game because you got to pause it, or whatever the case is. You got to read through it, you got to try to figure it out, and then you got to do it. And I never really liked that. I like just grabbing a game and making my way through it. And with RPGs especially, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do is half the game for me.
So here, I'll be right back on.
I hope y'all people are reading this, because I am not reading it. I'm just hitting the button and rolling with it. We're playing this as a beat 'em up, and that is it.
Watching this, and we got Nicholas, Dean, we got Chuck.
We've got a couple of people up in here. Hey y'all, if y'all want to share this out, if y'all want to, and get some more people up in the area, and we can talk a little bit more about some stuff. And if y'all have any questions y'all want me, Father K, or Patrick from the Shiro guys to talk about, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll get a discussion going. We're going to be going for another 45 minutes or so we got plenty of time to talk about Sega Saturn, Sega, anything y'all want. Come on. Father K, what's the newest game you playing on?
At the moment, for my sins, it's Pebble Beach Golf Links. I guess is the last one out of the case for me. But I've also just been playing little bits of this, and I don't know really. What else have I been playing? Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I'm absolutely loving at the moment is KO Flying Squadron 2. That is just a sublime game, and when the frustrations of Burning Ranges has got to me, and when the frustrations of Pebble Beach Golf Links has got to me, I can put some KO Flying Squadron 2 on and just chill out, because it's such a happy, sort of nice, breezy game that, you know, it's one of those ones to play after a frustrating session. And today is a very, very long, frustrating session for me.
I can believe it.
Patrick, I was saying to Sam before, I've been playing the fourth mission of Burning Ranges right to the very, very, just about the end, and then dying about 3 times. And also been playing a round of golf with Craig Stadler, which was one of the most painful experiences I've ever had on a gaming system ever.
Gotcha. I'm back, guys. Sorry, somebody's car died and I need to go out there.
You about to roll out, brother?
No. I just need to check on them real quick. Yeah, Arizona sucks because the batteries here only last 2 years.
I can believe that, dude, with his heat and the cold that y'all got.
Yeah, well, the heat is just a killer. It drains that battery so fast, like it only supposed to last for 2 years, and then you have to get a new one.
Well, like, back whenever I was living, I moved to North Texas for a while, way back in, like, the early 2010s, and the first thing I remember I had to do was go buy, like, a $300 battery, because the battery I had in my car was just, it wasn't working at all. Like, I'd have to get a jump start every single minute.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how was it in Texas? Was Was it still like every 5 years or something, or was it 2 as well?
It seemed like it lasted for about 2 years. Because, I mean, dude, it like, especially where I was, which was kind of like it wasn't desert by any means, unless you're talking about the American desert, just, the Great Plains. But it would be, especially during the summer, it'd get up in the 110s, easy, during the middle of the day. But at night, you'd be like, 45 degrees at night. I mean, it was insane. And the humidity, there wasn't any humidity out there. I mean, it was just straight dry. Yep,
that sounds like Arizona.
Yeah, you're talking to a guy from Louisiana. I'm used to drinking a whole bunch of water whenever I breathe.
Yeah, it's humid as hell there, right?
Yeah, dude, humidity is insane.
I gotcha. Sorry for that tangent. Somebody, they're like yelling about something with the battery. I had to go talk to them.
Oh, that's all good,
man. But yeah, in terms of the Saturn stuff I've been playing, I just tried out both Initial D and Need for Speed. And surprisingly,
what's Need for Speed like, Patrick?
It's basically just like a more realistic racing game, sort of like instead of like the arcade stuff, it's like actual racing. So you have like these sets of cars. So you have like their actual cars, like they have the Mazda, they have like the Mazda RX-7, they have the Acura NSX, things like that, and basically it's just racing. It's like time trials, tournaments, head to head, and it's just a realistic racing game. And I actually kind of liked it over like the Daytona stuff because I'm a fan of like the simulators for like driving. It's the only way I could drive like a maniac without having to pay like $200 to go to the track. So I'm more of a fan of that. But Initial D though, I was excited for it, but it was really bad. It's kind of ironic because I expected it to be the opposite.
It was really bad. You said it was really bad.
Yeah, the Initial D game. It's based off the anime of the same name, and it's just like a bunch of missions and racing, and it just was awful. The handling was terrible. Every time I turned the car, I felt like I was losing control, and the drifting was like garbage.
See, I love driving games, and I've kind of run out of games, so I'm looking for something as well about that.
Yeah, you should definitely check out Need for Speed, though. I thought it was really fun. It looks kind of bad, but it was incredibly fun when I played it, for the Saturn at least.
I think it's one of the more expensive games when you buy in the PAL, the PAL releases.
Really?
I think so. When I say expensive, I'm only talking about $20 or $25, something like that.
That's not awful. I thought you were saying like it was like 200 or something.
Oh no, not super expensive. But we can pick up things here for £3 or £4.
Do they change the wheel side when it goes to the European version?
I think. Do you know what? I've never ever thought about that. I don't know. I've never looked.
So I know you guys are have a right side driving. The same with the rest of the world, though. Like even, I think Japan, they have the right side wheels, but I think they drive like on the right side for the right side to the left.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to both because if you go into Europe, they all drive on the same side as you guys. So basically, all you got to remember is that the white line should be next to you and not next to the passenger. And you're okay.
That must be scary if you get tripped up, though.
Well, when you transition from one country to the other, you make a couple of mistakes. So it's best not to have any other traffic on the road at the time. You kind of pull out from junctions and hit the wrong side, very occasionally and for very short amounts of time. But it can be a bit hairy for the passengers.
Well, it's like we've got our admin group conversation we got from the Saturn Junkyard. And I was working on a vehicle the other day in a shop. Did you see that post, Simon, where I was showing everybody the mail truck? And our mail trucks, at least rural mail trucks, well, all mail trucks, they drive on the same side of the road as y'all. Well, the steering wheel's on the same side.
Jump out and put the mail in the path, yeah?
Exactly. And it is so confusing to drive those things. Got seriously lost? Yeah, we're going to continue. Talking too much. But I was sitting there trying to figure out how to get this thing to go. Because, I mean, they'll come in the shop every now and then, but you never get used to it. You never get used to it. So I guess...
No, I never drove on the opposite side to the car. You know what I mean? Like you're describing, I never did that.
Couldn't imagine. Like, I think it was one day I was talking about bringing my truck over there and driving on y'all's back roads, man. And for one, I know y'all's roads are a lot better than ours. So that, coupled with the fact that I would be driving on the opposite side of the road than I'm accustomed to, it probably wouldn't be good.
No.
Just gotta speed off if you hit somebody's mirror or something.
Nah, man. I'm just gonna dip straight off the road.
Hit that gas pedal to like later.
Yes, some of our roads are very, 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 very skinny, and they have grass growing along the middle of the road, and that's not a joke.
Well, y'all got a lot of roads that are like basically, I mean, the same thing with here up in Louisiana. We got a lot of old wagon trails that basically just got pavement put on top of them.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So they're like as skinny as you like, and as you drive down them, you're hitting hedges, and as I say, there's grass and stuff growing between the tire tracks. It's not good.
It's kind of funny because a lot of those British manufacturers, like for the performance cars, are a lot bulkier than the ones I usually see for the Japanese or the US ones.
Well, I don't know where they're driving them, man, but some roads that you wouldn't want to take anything that costs money down.
Yeah, I have no idea why people do that. They do that, but it's but yeah, I mean, it could be worse. Go to Italy, where those roads are extremely tiny with cars parked on each side. That would give me a heart attack trying to drive that.
Oh yeah, definitely. England's nothing like Italy. Italy's crazy. And then you've got India. If you've ever seen anyone driving in India, that's just incredible. There's cows and elephants and all kinds of things on the road. I'm not joking there.
Yeah. One of the things, especially because I actually want to get like one of those right-hand drives, like I want to get a Nissan Skyline. But the thing in the US is that it's going to make left turning awful.
Yeah, I can imagine it, man. When I've driven in or on the continent, it's always been on the same side as the wheel. You know what I mean?
Dude, stop talking crap about American cars. I tell you what, you can talk all the crap you want about our cars. Whenever it comes down to it, we got some hella trucks, baby.
Oh no, listen, man, I love driving. I think I was driving a Mazda when I was driving in the US, so it's not even an American car.
Damn, those Mazdas are sexy.
Yeah, they are, dude. Go save the village. All right, y'all. We're gonna go save the village, or we're gonna head for the castle. Y'all pick.
Fuck the village.
I'm gonna let it burn, man. We're going to the castle. We getting the princess. Where my hot anime chick at?
You didn't grow up in a castle by any chance, did you, Patrick?
No. No. You
damned that village so quickly.
Those peasants don't matter to me.
Peasants.
Don't even.
I think you need to move to Buckingham Palace, dude. You probably just fit straight in.
I'll just go to 7 Downing and be like, "Hey, I'm here. Let me in."
Jesus Christ, he's going straight House of Lords on you, baby.
Better watch out. Theresa May. This is my country now.
Tell me just how much you like the monarchy over there, Simon.
I'm no fan, but I think maybe we better avoid that subject in case we.
I know, right? I was kind of making a joke there.
Listening to Simon, you might have some royal guard showing up at his house.
Simon wants some stars and stripes over there up on that island, baby.
Yeah, we need to be a republic, just because I admire the state so much, not because I'm being political there. God save the Queen and all that.
Natural rights and all, man.
Still pretty interesting. Interesting how the whole thing works. I don't think they want to hear us get into the dynamics of the democracy in a republic-based country.
No, but it does say a lot that, even with all the bad times of revolution and everything else, here we are. We've got two Americans and a Brit sitting there talking to each other, and couldn't be happier. So,
Yes, well said.
Humans are a weird creature.
I know, right? Keep jumping. Where's that guy that told me I need to stop jumping? He needs to tell me to quit jumping.
I think that was that wasn't Dean, was it? No, it was oh, it's
Dude.
Chris.
I just got like countered, like combo breaker style. Fire flame.
So was this an arcade game at all, or was this like just straight comp Saturn release?
I'm pretty sure it was just a straight Saturn release. I'm not that big into it. I mean, I enjoy playing it, but I'd be lying to you if I was going to sit here and tell you the story and history of this game.
I first heard about this game when Gaz Cormac was talking about all of the Saturn games that you could get on 60 or get on PS.
Mr. Pat, he's about to go straight up on the internet and find out.
Oh, you hear me typing? No, I just want to see. Oh no, it wasn't released in arcade. No, it was released in arcade.
Scott's saying it was just Saturn.
Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was just Saturn. So I thought it was Xbox Live Arcade. I was looking on platforms. I saw Sega Saturn, Xbox Live, and I thought it was a arcade. But
Yeah. But I'd never heard of it till Gaz was talking about it as an Xbox Live game, and that was the first time I ever experienced it. Like, only a few weeks ago. But then I got my Japanese copy a few days ago.
it's pretty interesting, especially with Treasure. I know they're a lot really known for the shmups though.
Dude, Treasure has really put out some awesome stuff.
Everything they put out is quality. But you're right, Pat, they are known for their shmups.
Got some really good ones. Got the Garuda, got Radiant, got I guess technically Bangai-O, but I'm not sure. Some people don't count as a shmup, but I do.
Dude, I am about to die again.
Hey, is that the same gas that goes on the Dreamcast Junkyard by chance?
Yes.
I gotcha.
I've got 8 more
Which one
lives
is
left.
familiar?
We've all noted that there's a big crossover between the Dreamcast and Saturn communities. Everyone who likes the Saturn seems to be a fan of the Dreamcast. It doesn't always translate the other way around.
I think a lot of people, especially in mine and Pat's a little bit younger than me, but our generation, especially here in America, dude, the Saturn it really wasn't there. I mean, I can barely remember even seeing commercials for it growing up. The only reason I even knew about it was because I loved the Sega Genesis. And our local game shop, our little local Hollywood Video actually had it. Or had a lot of games for it.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that system actually existed in the 90s. 'Cause I didn't see anything. Like, I mean, I saw PlayStation. I had N64. My friends had PlayStation. I never once heard of that till 2005. I wish I was joking. Like, I wish I could say, oh, I was in the good days, but I've never heard of it. There's no commercials. And I watch, like, those Saturday morning cartoons all the time. Watch Fox Kids, all that crap. Never watched.
Pat, I have no memory at all of any Saturn advertising outside of official Sega Saturn magazine, which I occasionally bought for the free discs. I don't remember TV commercials, and I don't remember any posters up anywhere. I mean, there was like the Ice Cube poster. I was a fan of Ice Cube at the time, so I would have remembered that. I would have noticed that, unless it was only out in the States. But I don't remember any TV commercials. There used to be a game show on RTV called Games Master, but I know there was Saturn game on it, but I don't remember seeing any. So, I think it was fairly under advertised in the UK too.
We got a question from the chat there, y'all. Jason is asking, throwing this out there again as y'all might have missed it, haha, what's the worst PAL or US Saturn game in your opinions? Father K, let's let you go first.
The worst would have to be, I would say, Virtual Hide Life that I've ever played. I think it's awful. Although Mansion of Hidden Souls is also fairly dire, and then Tunnel B1. There's a few that I think are stinkers, and those three are what I'm going to throw out there.
What about it, Pat?
Out of the ones I've played, I would have to say Mr. Bones.
Mr.
I
Bones.
Really?
I think it's just a mishmash of different genres. It's really like the intro level just put me to sleep. It just felt very clunky. The controls weren't there. The art kind of sucked. The story wasn't that great, and I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. I know people that listen to the podcast know how much I don't like the game, and honestly, I gave it a try. I wanted it to be good, but I mean, I just couldn't get into it. And this is only the games I played. There might be worse that I haven't played, but out of all the ones I've played, that one has to be probably my least favorite.
I think that's an expensive one, like as in, you know, a three-figure game over here for PAL copy.
Too much. Paying $10 is too much for that game, in my opinion.
I'm not going to say what my worst game is, and this is going to make me have a lot of flack. This is really going to make me have a lot of flack. But I really never cared for Shining the Holy Ark, and I really don't necessarily care for y'all call it the Story of Thor, but those two games, I don't really have any games I really don't necessarily like, but those two in particular, I never really could sit through them.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the, I think the Shining Holy Ark, was that a Treasure one, or was that another Shining? I can't remember. Or sorry, not Treasure. The guys that did the Japanese releases in the U.S. that did Magical Light Rare. Who are they called?
I'm looking for my copy over here. Sega.
I'm trying to think. What's the name of that company? It's like Game something.
Are you talking about Game Arts?
No, not Game Arts. It's the guys that like did all the Japanese releases. They did Magical Night Labor.
Oh, From Software?
No, it's not. Hold on. Let me
I've gone completely dead. My brain's shot.
Scott's saying that his worst game was Johnny Bazooka Tone. Does that sound familiar to either of you guys?
Working Designs is the name of it. But no, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, I never have either.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. But yeah, Working Designs. That wasn't one of theirs, was it? Or was that Shining Wisdom? But anyways, yeah, some of those Working Designs ones kind of weren't the greatest, like Albert Odyssey, or I think the Shining Wisdom was not that great.
And see, a lot of people don't even like Albert's Odyssey, but you know, because of the fact it's more of it really is kind of a mediocre gameplay wise. But I absolutely love the localization of that game.
Yeah, I definitely. I think I brought that up a while ago. That I just really think I think they could have put their efforts into something else that was a lot better on the Saturn. Like maybe maybe another release of Lunar, or maybe one of the shmups. So I know they did a shmup on the PS1. It'd be really cool if they could have got a US copy of Radiant Silvergun or something.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad game by any means of the word. Just really not that great. But like I said, yeah, I definitely like the localization though.
No,
I
hold up.
appreciate the effort.
I'm going to tell you what the worst Saturn game is I've ever played, and that's Corpse Killer.
Oh, well, never mind. I changed mine to Corpse Killer. Sorry.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
too late to change?
I totally forgot about that stupid FMV.
Yeah, Corpse Killer was awful on the Sega CD, and it's awful on that. But you gotta admit, it has a great cheese factor to it.
Yeah,
Especially
very
that guy
much so.
with an accent.
That was the most horrible accent in the world.
It's like the one chick that was on the talk shows that did the was it Madam something, the one that was the fortune teller that had a Jamaican accent.
Oh, the late night like call in, get your fortune told, Madam
something, but yeah, that lady. That's what it always reminds me when I hear his voice. I'm always worried that I'm gonna lose my money if I play that game.
Taking me back some nostalgia right here, dog.
Yeah, I still remember that, like on the late night stuff. Or, actually, I think I saw it during the day as well, but I'm just glad I wasn't stupid enough to ever call those. The only thing I ever did was stupid, just call Nintendo Power or Nintendo tip line.
Right.
Didn't help me out, by the way.
I never called any of those tip lines, especially Nintendo, because we didn't have any Nintendo hardware.
I gotcha. Well, I was like 10 at the time and stupid, so.
No, I tell you
what?
Go ahead, Sam.
I was just going to say, having no memories whatsoever of advertising of Saturn, I do remember tip lines and I do remember calling them up, but God knows what. Maybe Panzer Dragoon, I have no idea, but I just remember using them.
I've still got a lot of my old strategy guides. Like, I've got all the strategy guides for the first, dang, my brain was stupid. The Myst games, like Myst and Riven and all of them. I've still got the strategy guides for them, and I'm actually looking at them right now on the shelf.
Yeah, I never really got to play those games, I think, because it was mostly like PC, right?
Well, I mean, Myst came out up on the Saturn. It came out on the Saturn. It came out up on the PlayStation.
Really?
Riven came out on the Saturn, but it was exclusive to the European and Japanese market. It never came out over here.
Bummer.
And in fact, Riven's like a 4-disc game on the Saturn, I think.
Jeez.
Okay, I should have been reading. Upsetting the spirits is unwise. What is the most douchebag comment I could pay? Was force the only option? This is the way it must be. Yeah, this is the way it must be. Picking the worst possible storyline possible.
You got a lot further with this character than you did, what's her name?
I know, right? Because I've actually played as him plenty of times.
That probably helps it.
So what do y'all think we should put up for the polling choices for next week's live stream?
You should play something weird in Japanese.
Oh my god. I mean, it really wouldn't hurt, it wouldn't hurt anything because of the fact that, I don't even, I can't hear anything.
Should play the Mahjong games.
Mahjong. I'm not playing Mahjong live stream. That's not happening.
I don't even think you could play that without knowing at least some Japanese.
I do have that, what is it called? Crap. That one Mahjong game for the Saturn, the American one. It's got the dragon on the front of it. What is the name of that game?
There's actually a US released Mahjong game?
Yeah, it's, crap. Hold on. No. Crap. I can't remember what it's called.
Leonidas used the 99 continue cheats on.
No, I did not. I just used the regular gameplay. I have not activated any cheats. Even though I am playing on my console, it's actually got the only console that's not region modded. So where I've got the action replay sitting in it. But I didn't use any cheats. Straight boot up.
Wow, even my little laptop is making my mic go off.
Dude, Scott, that is actually a pretty cool idea, Virtual Cop. The only problem is I don't have a way to connect my CRT to stream it, so I have to play it on the flat screen, and that means I'd have to play with the actual control pads. So I don't know how good I'd be there. I can always try it out.
Do you have a switch box for SCART right now?
No, I don't have a switch box. I was gonna get the G-SCART, but every single time I try to get it, it's always like beyond to where there's a waiting list of forever.
Yeah, that plus do you have a PVM or something that can play RGB stuff? Oh, you have a transcoder, right?
I've got the transcoder.
Okay, that might work. That might work for your needs.
But see, the only way I have to capture game footage is HDMI.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the G-Scar would be good because you could do the double output.
Right. See, I could do that, but I'd have to. Hey man, you should just send me your G-Scar, man.
Yeah, no.
Come on, dude, it's for a good cause.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I need it for my setup.
You're killing me, dude. Did you do your live stream yesterday anyway?
No, I got really busy yesterday. I had to ship some homework and do some housework.
I got you. How many people we got in the stream right now?
Got 8.
You know, we might go a little bit longer. We might play for a little bit longer. Because I was saying we were going to kill it at the hour mark, but if we got people watching, I might play for a little bit more if y'all want to sit in.
That's pretty cool. I'm down. I mean, I'm not playing, but you know what I mean. But funny, actually, speaking of Switcher, I actually just picked up an extra on Crosspoint. If you guys know what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, I had an issue with my setup where I had the RGB stuff, but then when it came to, because my TV only has one input for the RGB/component, so I had to get something that can also do the component switching. So I picked that up, and it's been really good. The only issue I had is that I didn't have a male-to-male BNC,
Right.
so I had to improvise. So I used a RCA cable, with the 3 RCAs, and a extra audio, which I'm putting through the RCA to BNCs.
So do you have to use the little 3-on caps on yours, or how would you set it? Like, you don't have any issues with any of that?
No, mine don't require the caps. It has auto termination. I think it's usually the ones that are like 1080, the 480p and up ones that require that.
I got you.
But I haven't noticed anything. But but it's working fine right now. I mean, I haven't noticed any issues with it.
Like, how big of an actual screen setup do you... Stop shooting me, damn it!
I got about I just did a 20-inch JVC monitor I use. It's I have it really close to me, so I don't have an issue with seeing.
Right.
But maybe if I get a new place and I'd have to get some chairs to put close to it because it'd be really far away to see from halfway across the room.
Well, Kay was showing me, he was, for those of y'all who don't know, Kay is Murder of Crows, does awesome reproduction, and is also like the Saturn guru. Like, he is the Saturn guru. He's got more Saturn stuff than Carter's got living bills. But he was showing me all his PVM and CRTs the other day, and that dude's got like a straight up museum worth.
Yeah, he's got that. He was collecting it before it was cool to do it, so he's got a lot. Right now, though, I don't have that. I only have the JVC and the 2 PVM, so I think he's got like 8 or 9 or something ridiculous like that.
He's got plenty, I can tell you that much.
Just gotta hook them up and have like a security system going on.
Right. Ah, stop it! I'm gonna die again.
Have you had any luck out there finding any around your area?
Dude, CRTs, like, with the exception of like JVCs and Emersons and all the cheap ones, there is nothing over here. I mean, nothing.
Have you tried to? Yeah, usually what I found is calling like the. You have a lot of new studios, right?
Not really, dude. I mean, we've got.
I gotcha.
There's 2 or 3 over in Monroe. There's 5 or 6 over in Shreveport. And there's a couple down in Alexandria, but all of those places are 30 plus miles away from me.
Ouch. Yeah, if you ever like dead set on finding one, you'd probably just call a couple of those and some electronic recycling places. But nowadays, it's like not guaranteed, or they'd know like what they're worth, which kind of sucks.
You know, people would just chuck in perfectly good TVs straight into the tin over here. Working TVs taken just because they were too big and bulky for the house. As soon as flat screens came in, nobody wanted a big TV anymore. So many working TVs just thrown away, thrown on the scrap.
Right in the bin.
Yeah, there you go, sir, in the bin.
And they all had SCART inputs. You have a lot of SCART inputs in the UK, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've got a really nice, big, huge TV that would have cost something like £1,000 at the time. But it's in my attic because my sons won't move out, so there's nowhere to put it downstairs. I have to wait for one of them to move out before I can have a game to myself. Then it comes down. Till then, I've got a tiny little portable TV. I don't know what you guys call them, portable TVs.
Just portable TVs.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you remember those ones that used to have a VHS built in as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's what I have for my CRTV. So I have my big, big wall-mounted LG sort of flat screen.
Hey, yo, I'm getting
I
the
have a
butt handed to me,
CRTV.
man. I mean, I'll get my ass home.
So, hey, does Liam Linus do a lot of the streams for you guys, or does he do the podcast at all? 'Cause I know he's like an admin on there. He's been here for a while in the group.
He was one of our very first members, and it was quite ironic because he was very enthusiastic, and I banned him. I think within about 4 hours of him joining, I'd banned him. He's the only person I ever banned, and I had to reinstate him immediately because it was clear that he was a very, very nice guy, and he's been one of our most loyal correspondents. I don't know what you'd call it. He's an admin, but he doesn't actually take part in any of the creative stuff. That's kind of just me, Sam, Brian, and him.
Give me 1 second.
Heard people hollering and screaming and such. I lost again, Father K.
It gets fairly hectic, this game.
Dude, it's like the amount of sprites on the screen right now is ridiculous. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just button mashing. At this point, just trying my best to get something off the screen. Like, strategy and skill are completely out of the window right now. I'm trying my damnedest to hit stuff. Sure.
Maybe this is where the continues come in. The unlimited continue cheat?
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad I didn't do that, because I honestly don't like using a lot of cheat codes in games.
You've got unlimited continues. You're always going to complete the game. There's no point to it.
Exactly. It's like if there was no challenge, then I wouldn't be interested in trying to do it. It's like the other day I saw somebody commenting about how hard Jet Grind Radio first, Jet Set Radio for the rest of the world was, and I'm just sitting here like, dude, I can't tell you how many times I literally, before I go to school, I'd wake up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and start playing Jet Grind Radio. I'd catch the school bus, and then as soon as I got home, the Dreamcast had been playing all day long. I'd come home and try it again. Of course, I didn't have a memory card at that point, but I mean, it was just like, you had to beat it. And I love trying to emulate that. So whenever it comes to all the cheat, I mean, yeah, I've got an actual replay. I'm not really big into using it though. I'm not really big into using all the cheats.
One game that I would definitely use a cheat for if I could just code for that game, Slave. I got to Antarctica on the 3rd disc, I think, or the 4th disc, and then never completed it. But Jesus, what a game! What a ball breaker of a game!
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. I will admit that.
One of the things I actually had to restart that game at the the plane battle. You fight that tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to restart because I didn't have enough ammo, and I couldn't kill him. And I tried everything, he wouldn't die. So I had to restart the entire game from the beginning.
And that's about the end of disc 2, isn't it? When you play that's just before you get to Antarctica.
Yeah. Now I'm at Antarctica now. I haven't played in a while, and I started up. I don't know what to do.
I still have a VMU somewhere with that save on, but it's like do I really ever want to go back there? Because it made me weep with frustration at times, that game.
You gotta use they use cheat codes on it, or the guides.
You know, I don't know. What was I know me and who was it? Me and Simon were chatting on the Dreamcast Junkyard. There was what was it? What was your favorite game on the Dreamcast, whatever it was, Simon?
Me, Shenmue, without a doubt.
Besides Shenmue, because you and me both got that one. What would be your second game?
Jet Set Radio's up there. Maybe Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I can see that one. What about you, Pat?
That one's hard. I'm trying to think. I guess if I could pick one, I just go back to and play it.
And Seaman is. I know it's not so much a game as an experience, but that's right up there for me on the Dreamcast.
Right.
Sorry about that. Somebody came in like at the last second. Sorry about the anticipation. Anyways, if I had to pick one, I guess I'd have to pick maybe Sonic Adventures because I played it.
Yes, Sonic Adventure is awesome.
That one's pretty good.
Headhunter. Have you ever played Headhunter?
We never got that mistake.
America got screwed on that.
Oh my god, that's an amazing game. Fantastic.
I gotcha. Alright guys, I have to head out actually, so I will talk to you later. It's good talking to you guys.
Same phone, brother. Good seeing you, man.
Dean asked, what do we think of the soundtrack?
I actually enjoy it. Granted, I can't hear it right now, but
Me neither.
yeah, I've got the audio on my TV turned down because I don't have the ability to break out the audio tracks. And Simon has the audio turned down on his phone, that way that it doesn't interrupt the stream. So right now we're not able to enjoy it, but it is a awesome soundtrack.
I'm not familiar enough with it to remember it, I'm afraid.
I keep getting hit by the laser beam so hard. Oh, why'd you say that? Oh, thanks,
Leonidas says that he hopes to see Arm become a flaming missile and landing zombies to go to.
Dude, did you see where the lead singer of Cranberries died?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know. I didn't see how she died or what the problem was. I did see that she did. I don't remember them, to be honest.
Man, granted, the song that probably everybody remembers is Zombie, but I mean, that kind of blew my mind because she was only like in her 40s or something like that, I thought.
Did you see any follow-up to that? Is there any sort of... Was it illness or... There was nothing suspicious, I take it.
I really haven't looked too far into it, man. I haven't seen anything about foul play, but I really don't pay much attention to the headlines. I just kind of saw it on my news feed.
Yeah, I saw that she died, but again, it's not a... Oh, yeah, Dean's giving us a little bit of info. Not drugs, he says. That's all he knows. So, it's very sad, obviously, because she was so young, but she's not... the Cranberries aren't someone I particularly remember. They weren't on my radar.
Right. We're at stage 30, y'all.
Is it keeping your enjoyment, Sam? Would you say, would you say that by stage 30, because that's quite a ways to go, is it still...
Well, it's not...
Is it tedious to just keep hacking and hacking and hacking away?
Well, you're talking to somebody who absolutely loves, like, Streets of Rage. So, and I mean, I could play through Streets of Rage over and over and over. So, for me, it's not that really big a deal. If you weren't a fan of hack 'em up, beat 'em up, game styles like that, or side-scrolling games especially, I don't think you could, sit through it this long. Now, granted, this isn't stage 30. It isn't like I've played 30 stages. It's the counting system. Like, there's actual different levels that you go through. They're all branching paths.
I mean, there's a lot more going on than in Streets of Rage as well, isn't there?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this game has it's a lot more complicated. You got a lot more abilities. For one, like just using the magic. I mean, you don't have magic, but then again, you don't have stuff you can pick up per se. Like, I can't go pick up a bat and start hacking up somebody like that. I can't grab an apple or anything like that and revitalize my health. So I mean, they're and this is where the argument really comes in for whether this is an RPG or whether it's just a beat 'em up. I mean, it's a beat 'em up, but it's got a lot of characteristics of just a side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, but it does have some RPG elements. I said that all kinds of well.
I think it's the magic and obviously the characters that make it RPG-ish. And as I say, it's the closest I'd ever get to playing an RPG. RPGs don't particularly interest me, but the fact that you can fight your way through this one really makes it something that interests me.
Right. Nice.
You've played this before, right, son? Did you play it to the end?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've beat this game plenty of times with different characters, etc. But I figured that since I haven't played it on this Saturn, I don't have to worry about any of my save files or anything. And I kind of, whenever I'm doing these live streams, I want to make it to where it's like your first experience with the game. How it would be if you started playing.
So how far would you say you're into it now? Are you like 30%, 50%? How far are you into it?
Like character selection wise, on my main battery for the Saturn I normally play on, I have all the characters unlocked for the game. I'm not going to say I've 100% the game by any means, because I mean there's probably plenty of different paths I haven't chosen to take. But I'm pretty certain I have all the characters. Like
so is that how it goes? Do you unlock different characters as you complete the game, different branching paths?
Yeah. I'm about to die again, Simon. I'm running out of I'm running out of them.
Leo says that the reason that this is not a 2D action RPG is because of the lack of inventory.
Exactly. I mean, you do have branching paths, etc., but at the end of the day, it's still just a beat 'em up that you basically get to the end of the level and pick where you want to go from there.
It looks like a game that might just be too much sensory overload for me. Certain games, shmups, I always struggled with because of the amount of different things going on the screen, and this looks like it could be the same.
Yeah, I mean, it does get hectic by any means, especially with the fact you've got these massive sprites that are just taking up the entire screen. Like I said, at some point, you're just sitting there slashing, hoping that you're hitting something. But I think that's where the fun of it is, really, because, I mean, it's not... Like a lot of games from Treasure, there's as much depth to it as you want there to be, or you can just pick it up and start having at it. There we go.
Damn, that video you posted after the cough syrup was outrageous. Yeah.
Are you having fun with that, man?
Yeah, honest to God. You just look so absolutely completely wired.
Dude, I was bonked out, man. I was bonked out. I mean, I'm gonna put that in the outtakes for the video, but it was ridiculously funny. do my best rendition of it. To be like, because I started the camera, and all of a sudden I saw it because I got the screen to where I could see, and I'm just like, there's the video right there, yo. I'm just. But yeah, there's the game. That's a single playthrough, y'all. We an hour and 15 minutes, and that was me talking, reselecting characters, doing a couple of nonchalant blah blah. But that's a general take of what you'll have if you play Guardian Heroes. In fact, that was a true Let's Play. We played through the entire game, at least one playthrough of it.
Congratulations, sir. Well done.
I know, right? But see, that's the point. That's the point, y'all. These Let's Plays are as enjoyable as the comment section you, the viewers, make it. So we're going to be doing this every Sunday possible, unless something happens to where real life we can't get involved with it. But 3 o'clock Central Time, US, 9 p.m. for UK. So you can figure out what time that is for you, because I mean we got a pretty broad range there. Unless you're in Australia, I have no idea what that equates to for Australians. Y'all are probably like first thing in the morning right now. But you know, join in on the conversation. We'll see y'all throughout the week. We'll drop another poll here in a couple of days, probably on Wednesday, Thursdays, whenever I normally drop it, so we can get 3 or 4 days worth of commentary from y'all, see what y'all want to do. And with that being said, I think we're going to call it good this week. It was a pleasure, y'all. Father K.
See you, everyone.
All right, gents. This is Southern Sega Gentleman, signing out.